It's about to snow today, and it's gonna be like super fucking cold. We're supposed to get like 4 to 6 inches of snow today. Probably gonna start in the next hour or so. I believe it's like 32 or 35 out right now. So yeah, we're just riding around Waukesha right now. Probably not gonna go very far or ride for very long at all, but I just thought I'd get a quick one in right now since it's about to snow soon, and I'm not gonna be able to ride for about a week. It's gonna be cold and snowy and rainy. Back tire just slid a little bit back there on that gravel. That was pretty scary. I don't know what the fuck it is about this bike, if it's just the insane amount of power on a 900, or, I mean, the back tire looks good. It's not bald or anything. The back tire looks good, but I have fishtailed on this bike like 4 times now, and my friend who rode it, he fishtailed once too. I don't understand why it fishtails so easily. But that's pretty scary. Fishtailing on a bike is really scary, so I turned very carefully on this bike. I don't know, guys. I like this bike. Alright, here's the topic of this vlog. Now we have a topic. So, before this bike, what I had, and kind of like a short little history of riding for me. So, before this bike, you guys, I had, my first bike was a 1989 Yamaha R6. It's called the Yamaha FZR 600. But it's the 89 version of an R6, and, so that was a good bike, but I bought it actually for $460. I bought that bike for. The guy said it wasn't running, he didn't feel like putting the time into it, blah, blah, blah. It was my first bike, I didn't know much about it. I was kind of excited just to have a little project, so, I mean, I did a compression test on it, everything looked good there. So I sold the R6, and then the next bike that I got, what was the next bike? The next bike I got was a Ninja. I bought a Ninja 500 later on that same summer. I've only been riding for like a year and a half, and I've had 5 bikes. This is my 5th bike. So I had that, I had the R6, the 89 R6, and then I had a 95 or a 98. I think it was a 98 Ninja 500. That bike was actually just a 2-cylinder, a little Ninja 500, and it was an okay bike. It wasn't great. It had a oil leak. I'm pretty sure that the oil leak was coming from the valve covers on that bike, either that or the head gasket. One of those two. It was a pretty annoying oil leak, but I ended up selling that bike too. And then I got it was actually a cruiser. So after the Ninja, I had a 1982 Honda Nighthawk CB750. And I'll show you guys pictures for all of these bikes too. I'll put in little pictures of everything in the video so you can see this. So I had an 82 Honda CB750 Nighthawk. That was a pretty fun bike. I didn't have it for very long, maybe actually a couple weeks, I think, until I sold it. And then after that, I saved up and I bought my I bought a Honda CBR 600. So I had a 95 CBR 600 before this, which is a 95 CBR 900 RR. The CBR 600 was a great bike. I loved that thing, but it was a street fighter, so it had no speedometer, no tack, and that is pretty much the main reason why I sold that bike. I had no idea how many miles were on it, so although it ran good, I wasn't sure, you know, when it was going to be dying, if it was soon or if it was later. So I ended up selling that bike, and then I saved up and I bought this, the CBR 900 RR. This is definitely a good bike. The 900, I don't need all that power. It is so much fun. I love this bike. Super fun bike, but it's a little bit uncomfortable when I'm sitting on it. I'm very lean forward, and so it hurts my back and my neck after a little while riding, and I do like to go on somewhat long trips riding, not like 5-6 hours, but like maybe 2 or 3 hours, you know? So I might get rid of this bike. That is one of the reasons. And then the other reason, the fishtailing. It might be too much power for me. This bike, I mean, I love it, but it's a lot of power. I don't know what to do with all this power. I've fishtailed so many times, and I've had a few close calls, and I feel like I will be a little bit too cocky on this bike. So I'm not sure, guys. Right now, I'm gonna keep it for now and see how it goes. But I might get rid of this and buy, you know, like a newer R6, because this is a pretty old 900. This is a 95. So I might get rid of this and buy maybe like an 04 or something, R6, or an 04 CBR 600 if I could afford something like that. Yeah, that was a lot of power right there. I'm doing 120 right now, and I just went over like a little tiny bump, and it almost made me fucking spin out. That was really scary. just a little tiny bump in there, and I was like spinning the fuck out for a second there. That's why I'm not sure if I want to keep this 900. This is a scary bike, man. Can't be going fast like that on bumpy roads or country roads or any kind of shit like that. So on the left, you can see this is one way both ways. I'm going straight right now. This is a one way. And on the left, I don't know if you could see it, but there's down this hill, there's a road right there. I was coming around that turn. I'll turn around and I'll show you guys, but I was coming around that turn and I almost hit that curb right there. I did hit that curb actually, and lost control of the bike. I'm pretty sure the bike rolled at least once, and I flew and was dragged about 20-30 feet. Probably not 30, probably more like 15 or 20 feet, but it was a while. All I remember from the crash is I just kept rolling and rolling and rolling to the side. I just couldn't stop myself. There is so much what's the word, there was so much momentum because I was doing probably about 60 when I crashed, and I just couldn't stop rolling. That's what I remember. I rode probably at least 20 feet before I stopped, and I'm pretty sure the bike did a barrel roll itself too. I was still fairly new to riding when this happened, so that's why I misjudged the turn. I mean, it's easy to misjudge a turn either way, but I misjudged the turn, took it too wide, thought I could lean in, but I didn't know how to do that at the time, and I crashed. So I'm coming up this way. I'm doing about 35 right now. I was doing probably about 60, so I tried taking this turn wide. I actually came from that right lane there, and I was going so fast, I started going over this way, this way, this way, and I was like, oh shit, I can't stop, and then I just hit this curb right here on my left. I dropped the bike, obviously. I don't remember what exactly happened, how I flew off of it or anything like that. I was in shock afterwards, but I did a couple barrel rolls. I ended up like 20 feet down on this grass. Thank God I landed in the grass. I was wearing my helmet, I was wearing my my armor jackets. I was all good. The only thing that was messed up, my neck was kind of sore for like a few weeks or something like that, and my arms were sore. One of my arms was pretty sore if I remember correctly, but other than that, I really didn't get very messed up. But what happened right after, I tried to pick the bike up. I got it picked up, and this is a pretty busy road, as you can see. So I picked the bike up, and people thankfully saw it happening from a ways back because I was going so fast, and so they were able to stop in time. They were able to stop, and a couple guys came and helped me move the bike off to the side, and then this nurse who was actually working nearby, or she was training to be a nurse, and so this lady came and helped me. She told me my pupils were super dilated, and I was in shock, and I couldn't feel any pain, so like if I had a broken arm or something like that, obviously I didn't have a broken arm, I could move everything, but like, you know, if I was in a lot of pain, I wouldn't have known it. So she came over, she told me about all that stuff, and she kind of helped out a little bit. She let me use her phone to call my friends because I was a dumbass that day, and I was thinking, I'll just go for a quick 5-minute ride. Nope, definitely not. But yeah, so that was pretty scary, guys. That's where I crashed. And that is going to be it for today. So now you know the bikes I've had, you know, a little bit of my history riding. I ride a lot more safe now. I'm not going to be doing any crazy shit. I'm not going to be speeding out in the country, anything like that. But yeah, you never know what's going to happen, guys. So get your gear and ride safe always. But as always, let me know what you think. Let me know if you liked the video. Let me know if you disliked it, what you didn't like about it. So thank you guys for watching, and have a good day.